Hello art friends, my name is Fleshwad and welcome to the channel. Today I have a pretty sweet video for you guys, but before we begin, I have some really exciting news to share with you all. I absolutely love making videos on this channel for you guys, but sometimes I'd like to be able to make shorter videos or posts, and that never really seemed like a good fit for YouTube. So I was pretty excited when Amino contacted me about a new story feature that they have just launched. Amino is a very interactive community-based app that lets you explore, chat, connect with others who share the same interest as you. So like I mentioned, Amino just came out with a story feature, and it's pretty similar to YouTube where these stories are long-lasting and searchable. My favorite thing about stories is how short they can be, all while displaying a bunch of really good info. With all that being said, please go and download Amino by either clicking the link in my description or pinned comment. Once downloaded, find my story by searching FleshwadYT and make sure to follow me and click the bell to be notified whenever I post a new video. I put a lot of time and love into creating this story for you guys and the Amino app, and just by watching that and other videos I make on the app, you will be supporting this channel and me. Thank you in advance for all the love and support you guys give me, and lastly, huge thanks to Amino for sponsoring this video and for giving me this amazing opportunity. Now on to the video. Today I'm going to be drawing some sweet gals inspired by cake. For this first sweet gal, I wanted to draw a babe based off of this chocolate dipped strawberry, pink swirled icing cupcake. I recently got a comment about participating in Black History Month, and this comment made me really think about the type of art and subjects that I usually draw. I've only ever drawn two POC drawings or people of color, and thinking of that made me pretty sad. I decided it was time to give it another try. So immediately after seeing this picture, I knew I wanted to draw a dark-skinned character who is maybe a little spunky. Another type of human trait that I normally draw is just generally pretty skinny body types, so I really wanted to once again branch out and draw a thicker gal. In order to combine the cupcake traits with human traits, I gave her icing space buns, super cute, swirly eyes / blush, a strawberry inspired bikini with dripping chocolate included. But my all-time favorite detail in this design has gotta be her skirt. I really wanted to bring out the fact that she was modeled after a cupcake more so than just icing buns, so I gave her a wrapper skirt. I made this skirt mimic the shape of the cupcake wrapper, and I also did keep this skirt a white transparent color. It's very similar to see-through plastic skirts, but this one wouldn't be all the way see-through. I also added some stars to her body just to give her a more girly, magical feel. I'm not really sure why I drew her in a bikini, maybe just to show off her body more since this isn't something I normally draw. But after completing her design, I just fell in love with her, and she has gotta be one of the cutest girls I've ever drawn, in my opinion. Our next sweet gal was inspired by this patterned cake with tiny hearts and even tinier faces. This character is more like what I normally draw, but for some reason this time it just really bored me. I think it is definitely important to switch things up now and then, whether it be style-wise, medium-wise, or whatever it needs to be. If you feel bored by your art, that's not really a good sign, so don't be afraid to switch it up. Design-wise, I was happy that I did choose a sort of out there pose, very different from what I normally draw, so I was happy with that. When I first saw the cake, I really wanted to go a patterned route. I gave this character a patterned heart sweatshirt and eye patch pants. I drew her face to mimic the design of the hearts on the cake with their eyes closed and a sort of serene and peaceful feeling, and then I of course gave her some pretty sweet combat boots. Color-wise, this cake didn't have as much color choices to pick from, so this character ended up being pretty red overall. She gives me a too cool for you vibe, but I like to think that she's very sweet to her friends and maybe love interests. Our last sweet gal was inspired by this pinkish red toned abstract cake. This design came out nothing like I thought it would, but it is easily my second favorite of the three. After seeing the cake, I wanted to make a quirky character, but she turned out looking very shy and sort of mean also. But hey, sometimes the character just takes over on their own, I guess. I wanted to keep the icing spots or splotches as a design on her skirt. I'm not really sure what they are called, but they are pretty similar to abstract painting videos I've seen on YouTube, and I really dig them. I'm not sure what the black marks or like ticks are supposed to be on the cake, but they remind me a little bit of seeds or freckles, and I really wanted to incorporate those into the design as well. One thing I totally forgot to mention is that I'm also using the same brush I used in my last video, which is just the Kyle pencil brush in Adobe Photoshop, and I'm so into it. I'm just curious on your guys' thoughts. Do you like this brush more than the one I usually use? Let me know in the comments below. Back to this sweet gal, I drew her wearing long knee-high socks, which to me makes the overall design look very misfit-ish, and I'm low-key here for it. I feel like she looks like a little kid whose mom dressed her, or I don't know, maybe she just doesn't care and wears whatever she wants. Either way is cool. The second way is much cooler, though. She also has a lollipop sticking out of her mouth just because I wanted to push the sweet direction a little bit more, which I feel like I kind of fell flat in the previous design. So it was very important to add in here. The colors on this cake were really weird to make a character from since they are all shades of a similar color. At first, I really could not decide which colors I wanted where, but as I just kept continuing on with the drawing, I feel like the colors started to fall into place a little bit more. I also totally cheated and used the cake stand as a color as well, just because like I said, there wasn't a lot of variety to choose from, which I think was also a huge problem with the second design character, and which is why I ended up not liking her as much. But I did use the stand as a color, and I believe that's the color that I chose for her skin. I didn't get to experiment as much as I would have liked to when it came to the icing splotches on her shirt, but I think they turned out pretty okay. Almost like an icing camo print or something. And her socks are just my favorite. I gave her a light colored shirt, which is actually the light pink splotch on the cake, even though it looks a little bit purple to me, and I added the black marks as a pattern or print onto her shirt. Then was all the little details, and here's our last sweet gal. By the way, I did name all three of them. I was just in that kind of mood. Usually I have such a hard time coming up with names, but these girls just, the names kind of came to me. And here are all three sweet gals together. What do you think? Make sure to vote in the poll which overall design was your favorite. I had a ton of fun making this video and these designs, and it's just nice to step out of your comfort zone a little bit every once in a while. If you would like to participate in this little challenge, please feel free to. If you do create a drawing, please upload it and tag me on my social medias, as I'd love to see what you come up with. Once again, please don't forget to download Amino and watch the story that I created for the app. And while you're there, feel free to join my fan-made Amino, which I will also have in the description down below. Thank you so much to Amino for sponsoring this video, and thank you guys for all the support. It means a lot. Until the next video, bye!